to show that over 100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year. Our youth are full of doubt and nobody's answering their questions.
Something that is so severe, so serious, that almost every single day I deal with it. And that is Muslim youth leaving Islam. 24% of Muslim youth are leaving Islam.
Your child is about to become apostate. Your child is about to become apostate. In America, this is the last thing, 23% are becoming apostates of Muslims, American-born Muslims. Wallahi.
So one of the more shocking things that I have experienced over the course of those years are the number of young boys and girls aged between 13 to 18 who have openly declared their apostasy to me. And I'm talking within the hundreds. However, at the same time, they have also declared to me that they are hufad, they are hafiz of the Quran. They are leading prayers at the masjid, and they are still leading that life, while simultaneously declaring their apostasy. Now, of course, they're not open about it. Why aren't they talking to their parents? Why aren't they talking to the imams, their sheikh, the scholars? And the same answer, I get the same answer from every single one of them. They're scared to tell their parents. They're scared to tell the imam. They're scared to tell the sheikh. They're scared to tell their scholars. They're scared to be shamed. And they feel as though even when they give clues, the first reaction is either anger or isolation.
Wallahi, some people have been calling me and giving me some emails. Brother, I have doubts. What doubts, man? What embarrassment is that? Why you have doubts? Why? Get the hell out of here! Get the hell out of here! And these weak Muslims in the West, sending me emails and this, I'm losing my faith and I'm a hafiz. I'm losing. Get the hell out! You are never a strong believer in the first place, you weakling.
It is rare that you would find back home a young man or a young woman addressing their parents, their family, and telling them, I don't believe in Allah. I don't believe that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a messenger of Allah. I don't believe that the Quran is a book of revelation. That is unthinkable. That is the unthinkable. It is happening. It is happening continuously.
Do you know what's going to happen? We're going to be eaten out from outside. We're talking about, you know what I'm trying to say, how to, it's not a leather sock, yes, a leather sock. Who cares if it's a leather sock or not, man? Your child is going to become an apostate. And you're talking about if it's a leather sock. How dare you, man? It's a leather sock, you know. Shut up! No, shut up! What the hell, man? In America, this is the last thing, 23% are becoming apostates of Muslims, American-born Muslims. Wallahi, the priority is our preservation.
It is happening. It is happening continuously. It is going to become an avalanche, a tsunami.
An avalanche, a tsunami. What is important is the preservation. Did you hear that? The preservation is what is important for them. They don't even care. They are fighting for the majority. How do we get the quantity? Is for them important than the quality. Okay, I have a brother on the line right now, Aquais, who is a new convert to Islam. Since he converted to Islam, he has been watching my programs too. So he has a question. He had questions. He called me. We spoke about a lot of things. And then now I've called him back. I want to get a feedback. Whatever he heard on this platform, if he has spoken with his malams, his brothers, you see his new brothers, Muslims, and then whatever he has whatever answers he has acquired, we want to hear. Okay, so I have him on the line right now. Aquais, can you hear me?
Yeah, Sato.
Nice.
Okay,
I'm live right now. Okay, so whatever you say, everybody can hear you. Okay, I am live right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we spoke the other day. You called me and I gave you some things to go and ask your Muslims, your new friends now, or your new brothers, your new family. So what happened? Can you tell us what happened when you asked them?
Oh yeah. I asked some questions. I couldn't ask all because some of them I found it myself, and the little that I've learned from just let's say about 2-3 months I joined, it's like they are friendly. To me, they are very friendly. And just about 3-4 days ago, it's become something else because the one that introduced me to, that my friend I used to go to school with, introduced me to, and then I started asking those questions, and he was also trying to explain it to me. But the surprise is, while the questions were coming, he just, surprisingly told me, "Wow, are you listening to Seto?" So I was really surprised, meaning all of them listen to you. And they started advising me of how I listen to you. They can't force me to listen to you, but you don't know the Arabic. You can't explain the Quran better to me. You have to listen to the sheikhs.
Aquis, wait a minute, okay? So are you telling me when you were told speaking with them, one of them asked you, "Are you listening to Seto?" Which means they also watch my program. They know me, right?
I was surprised. Yeah, of course. How the questions came. So yeah, it was one of the
do you all hear that? So these Muslims, they know me, they watch my program. So how come they don't even come on the platform to educate me so that I will stop? But they don't come and educate me, but they are trying to tell the Muslims not to listen to me. So where is the logic in this one? Because if I am the problem, I am causing confusion, and you have the answers, you don't have to tell him not to call me or not to watch my program. All you have to do is to come and educate me, and then everybody will see, because it is live. And if you give me the proper answer and I still come back, then everybody will know the guy is just trying to confuse people. You see, but they don't come here to educate me, but they are trying to tell the people not to watch my program. So who is deceiving who now? Me that I'm live, or they don't want to come and even engage with me and trying to convince people not to come here. Do you see this? Continue, Aquis.
But they also told me that some of the Malams used to debate with you and they explain so many things to you. But you've decided not to listen to them. So I'm trying to find those kind of videos to watch it myself. I'm sure I'll get some.
That would be very interesting to find me a Malam who came here and then gave the answers to the questions that we are asking. They would have, you see, any Malam who did that would have that video on his platform and would have presented to everybody. But no, none of them, they are even ashamed to post the videos on their platform. Okay, but you just ask them, okay, which Malam can you watch, so that you can watch that video and then you can judge for yourself. But just continue your story, okay?
So many Malams has discussed with you, debate with you. So, but do you understand the Arabic yourself? Because that's the key point that they read, that you don't understand the Arabic.
Okay.
And you can't interpret it.
Okay.
You can't interpret the Quran better to me.
Okay, so you see now they are trying to manipulate your mind, trying to push it on Arabic. Okay, it's the Quran. You just think about this. Okay, the Quran is a book for mankind, right? For everybody, for universal book, right?
Yeah, according to them.
According to them, yes, according to them. So do the mankind, the whole universe, do we speak Arabic?
But they say the Arabic is the language of Allah. I mean, although he created all the language, but he chose Arabic for mankind to understand.
Okay, listen carefully what you are saying. The language of Allah is Arabic. But so why did Allah bring the other books not in Arabic? Why didn't he bring the other books? So how was Allah speaking to Isa? How was Allah speaking to Moses? How was Allah speaking to John the Baptist? How was Allah speaking to Abraham, to Adam? What language was he speaking with them?
Oh, because he brought Arabic because of where my Muhammad is from.
Yeah.
So for him to explain the language better to them.
To who? To who?
That's what. To the Arabic people.
To
That's
the
why he
Arabic
brought the
people.
Quran in Arabic.
So
And
Muhammad
then
has to explain to
he
the
let
Arabic people.
Muhammad to spread. Yeah, and he let Muhammad to spread the language, the religion to the whole world. That's why now everywhere you go, there's Muslims there.
So listen carefully, okay? These people are trying to manipulate your mind. I'm telling you. So Allah is the creator of the whole universe, and He has a language for the whole universe, right? And He has a religion for the whole universe. And Allah created your language and my language. So if Allah has created these languages for us, why would Allah want you to go and learn someone's language before you can worship Him? It doesn't even make sense. And the Quran itself, it goes against the Muslims. You see, there is no... Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there is nowhere in the Quran that the Quran is telling you as a Ghanaian to go and learn Arab before you come and understand the word of God. Allah never commanded you. There is nothing like this in the Quran. So if the book is for mankind, if they are claiming the book is for mankind, and Allah said it in the Quran that whenever He is sending a messenger to you to bring you the message from Allah, that messenger will come with the language of the people. That is a statement of Allah. Allah said, we never. And said before we were speaking, a God who says, I will never do this. That means He knows the future, and He's saying He will never do such a thing. So Allah is saying in the Quran, He never sent a messenger unless the messenger speaks the language of His people, so that the messenger will make the message clear for the people. So you as a Ghanaian, Allah is not telling you to go and learn the language of another messenger to understand Allah is never saying that. But they are trying to fool us to think that we have to go and learn somebody's language. That will mean you are going to now be in control of them. They are going to be in control of you. The same thing is with English. That is why the slaves, they forced us to learn in English. Now that is why we are suffering. You see, we have to learn English so that we can even communicate in Ghana in schools, because we don't use our own local language. And you are doing the same thing by worshiping God. You have to learn someone's language before you can worship the Creator. That is a brainwash. That is slavery mentality. Okay, it's not good. Allah never commanded you to do that. I don't speak Arabic. I don't.
But Seto,
Yes.
what you're saying is understandable. But don't you also think, so meaning you want the Quran to be revealed in all the languages before you... That's why Muhammad spread it according to how they are saying it. Because the Quran cannot be written in the whole of the languages. Like every language has its own Quran. That's why they are translating it.
Listen carefully, okay? So that means the Quran is not for all mankind then. That is not me saying that we have to go according to the Quran. If we say the Quran is for mankind, and then Allah is not ordering us. See, let me show it on the screen because I'm live right now. You will watch the video and you will see what I mean, okay? Allah stated it in the Quran. If He is sending a messenger, the messenger will come with the language of the people. It is, if Allah is a God, if He's true God, that means we have to obey or listen to what He's saying. And if the Quran is coming to you, the message is what is important. The message is coming to you. That means the message has to come in your language. You understand that?
Oh, but I asked this question. Well, they said they quote me a Quran verse that says that Muhammad came for the whole world.
Yes. Okay.
But the book was revealed in Quran, in Arabic.
Yes.
But he came for the whole world. That's why they translated it. So if so, then
so what? Say again. That is why what they have translated it, right?
Yeah.
So they have translated it so that you understand the book of God. So why are they telling you now you have to go and learn the Arabic?
Yeah, because some of them couldn't translate it well. So
but that is
you really want to understand it well, you have to understand the Arabic.
No, you see now, because if we are going according to the Quran, And
Okay.
if in the translation, if somebody translates the Arabic Quran and we can't get the clear meaning, that is not our problem. That is the problem of the God. Because the God said, every time the messenger is coming, bringing me the message will come in my language. And he brought it in Arabic. And when you translate the Arabic into English, you will miss the understanding. It is not my fault. It is the fault of the God. Because he said I will get the message in my language. So that is why I'm trying to let you understand the book. You see, in Christianity, it is not about a test. It's not about the Greek word. It is all about the message. How you will understand the message and the purpose of Jesus coming. And you won't focus on the test. Oh, I have to be Greek. I have to learn Aramaic. I have to learn Hebrew before I can understand the Bible. You get the message in whatever language it is, and then you will get the message, the idea, the purpose. But in Islam, they are trying to tell you have to go and learn Arabic. But when you read the Quran, Allah never command you to do so. Let me read the verse one more time and listen carefully, okay? And we did not send any messenger except speaking in the language of his people. So the messenger will come to his people, speaking the language of his people, to state it clear for them, so that the messenger will make it clear for them. So you as a Ghanaian, if Muhammad comes to you as in Ghana and is bringing you the Quran in Arabic, how is he going to make it clear for you?
That's a very good question.
So you see now,
That's
according to the Quran,
so definitely, as I said, definitely some of the translations are good. So I talked to them. They say I have to Ibn Abbas and somebody they can interpret the Quran better. So I have to be looking for those hadiths.
Yeah,
then,
but I can show you the tafsir for Ibn Abbas, and they will say they don't like it. If the interpretation is crazy, if it is stupid, if it doesn't make sense, they will say Ibn Abbas is just a human being, and then he can make mistakes. You see now,
yeah,
so the religion is
yes, they also made any hadith, even if they graded Sahih or authentic, and then what do you call it? It goes contrary to the Quran. Then it's false, because they show me some of the verses that you quoted the last time. Now all these verses, although they've graded it hadith, it goes contrary to the Quran, and then it's false. Because the one that you said.
So can you give us an example? What verse was that, and what was contrary to the Quran? What example was?
Yeah, example you said Muhammad used to worship idols.
Yeah, but
that verse there.
Didn't I show it on the screen?
Yeah, I showed it to them. Like I said, I've watched the video three times. Yeah, I've watched the video 3 times. Yeah. I said it to them. Okay. And they said all these verses to go as quickly, because Muhammad, his dream was perfect.
What Muhammad was what?
He was perfect.
And how was he perfect? Did they show you in the Quran that Muhammad is perfect from the Quran?
I didn't answer about that.
Bring them here. You will see now. You will see they will fold like like a paper. Listen carefully. Okay, the verse is on the screen. People are watching. Okay, be careful. Don't let nobody deceive you. When Allah is speaking in the Quran, He said, okay, let me read it one more time. Listen carefully. And we did not send any messenger except speaking in the language of his people to state clear for them. So the messenger has to speak the language of the people so that he will make it clear for them. It never said that the people have to go and learn the language of the messenger so that they will understand. You have to, if you don't use your brain, somebody will use it for you and deceive you. The verse is not telling you you to go and learn the language of the messenger so that you understand. But Allah said He gave the message to the messenger in the language of his people so that the messenger himself will make it clear for them. Let me show you. Let me give you different. You see, we have different English translations. Okay, so let me try and show you another one so that you will see how they translated the English translations. And it will be clear to you. Look at this. Quran chapter 14, verse number 4. Their own book is going against them. And they have seen that. That is why they don't want to call me. If they call me, they will be embarrassed because we will use their book against them. I'm giving you different translations from the Quran. Okay, these are different English translations. Listen to how they translated it. According to Ahmed Ali, not me speaking, I deleted it. According to Ahmed Ali, okay? According to Ahmed Ali, look at how they translated it. We never sent in a messenger. We never. Allah is speaking. We stand for Allah. We never sent a messenger who did not speak the tongue of his people. So the messenger that will bring you any message, you as Aquas, as a Ghanaian, if the message is coming to you, your messenger speaks your tongue, that he may explain to them distinctly. So the messenger will come and explain to you distinctly. It is not you who have to go and learn the language of the messenger so that you will understand. Allah never commanded you to do so. So if they are even going against their religion, how do you even consider this to be a religion from God if they don't even follow their book? And then they are trying to tell us, because I don't speak Arabic, I don't understand Arabic. Arabic is a language. And then that is why I cannot explain the Quran. But they themselves, when they read the Arabic, they are able to explain to the people who speak Hausa. They are able to explain to the people who speak Chi. They are able to explain to the people who speak English. They can explain the Quran, but I cannot. I think the call has ended. Think about this. How come the Malams, they can explain the Arabic Quran in Hausa to the Muslims who don't speak Arabic, who don't understand Arabic? The women, the market women who don't know anything, they can explain the Quran, the Arabic Quran to them. But when we take those scholars, the scholars who have certificates, who have the permit to translate the Quran, when they translate the Quran for us, the Muslims are trying to tell us they are not qualified. They can make mistakes. So are you sure? Let's continue. Okay, let me make it big and small, because I think this is too small. You see, so the first translator said, Allah is saying, we never. That is a statement from God. If Allah is saying this today, I will never do this, that means in 1 million years to come, he will never do that. If Allah said, I will never do this today, he is speaking of something which he will never do, because he is all-knowing God. Okay, and we never sent a messenger. Every time Allah is sending a messenger, the messenger speaks the tongue of his people. Then another translation, we sent every noble messenger with the same language as his people. Do you hear that? This is another translator. I'm trying to give you the English translations so that you will see that they are all saying the same thing. And we sent every noble messenger with the same language as his people, so that he may clearly explain to them, so that the messenger will clearly explain to them. So Allah never said, you as a Ghanaian, you as a Nigerian, you as from Sierra Leone, you from Cote d'Ivoire should go and learn the language of the messenger so that you understand. Allah never said this. This is why you see we use their own book, and then they can't challenge you. If you just want to follow it, you can follow it. You don't care. So you see, it could be you have nothing to do. You want something to occupy your day for you. You see, you want some rituals. You want something, okay, they are doing this, you like it. You like the way that the community, you like the community. And so you want to join. You don't care about worshiping God. That is a different matter. You can do it. You see, some people, they have football is their church. They are every weekend, they know what this match they are playing, then he will be there. Champions League, he will be there. That is their religion. So if you want something just to be in a part of a community, you can join, but it has nothing to do with worshiping God. Okay, let me pick this caller, even though the brother is what? Let me call him back first, okay, because the call has dropped. Let me call him back. Aquas, and somebody was trying to call me. I'll call you back right now, okay? Let's see. The call just dropped from Aquas. And another translator, you see, another translator. Let's check Hilali and Khan. And hello? Yeah, the network disconnected.
Yes. I was trying to call back.
Okay. Listen, and we sent not a messenger except with the language of his people, in order that he might make the message clear for them. So the messenger will make the message clear for you, and he speaks your language. This is the logic.
Yeah, Sato, what you're saying is clear and understandable. So, also, why did Allah say again that Muhammad came for all the mankind? If you can't speak all the languages, why did he come for all mankind?
That is why you should ask yourself, if Muhammad came for all mankind, and we accept that, that means the translation should be okay for you too. Okay? If Muhammad came for mankind, yes, he chose Muhammad as a messenger for mankind, and he gave Muhammad the language for his people. And if the message comes to you too in your language, whoever is bringing the message to you in your language will bring it so that he will make it clear for you. So it doesn't, even if Muhammad is for mankind, it will still mean the message should be able to translate in your language for you to get it too. But if they say the message cannot be translated,
that's what they are telling me, that they've translated it. If it is the translation, the part is not the same as translation can what do you call it? You cannot translate some of the language, some words that you can't translate to other languages. Maybe they have a point there or something like that. Don't you understand?
Of course, Aquez, and they have a point there. It's true. You see, not all the languages are the same. Some of the languages, there are certain words you have in maybe in English, you can't translate in Chi, or there are certain words there is in Chi you can't translate. It is true. So that will mean the book is not for mankind. It is for Arabs. Because if we translate the language and it will change the meaning, that means I cannot have the perfect language. And Allah is not telling me to go and learn the language of the messenger. Allah never said that. So that is why we are trying to analyze, trying to give you, the book is from God, then it won't be dependent on the language. Because if God, that is why the Bible is not about the language. It is about the message. So it can come in any message so that everybody can benefit from it. You get it in the Ashanti, you get the message, Jesus came and died for your sins and whatever. You go in English the same, in Hausa the same. It is not about word for word in Arabic and you have to go and learn someone's language. So according to this verse, Allah never ordered you to go and learn the language of the messenger. So why are you going to learn the language of the messenger in order to get the message? Can you prove it to us where Allah is ordering to do so? So if they say Muhammad is for mankind, okay, fine. That means mankind doesn't speak Arabic. Mankind, we don't speak Arabic. So we have to get the message in our language. So when the message comes in our language, then the person is going to make it clear for us in our language. And that will be perfect. But they are saying, no, it's not perfect. That means the book is not from God. Do you understand this? I was saying this before your line dropped. Maybe you just like the community. You see, Aquez, maybe you like the community.
Really? That one, no, that I like how they love each other. But recently, I started asking questions and things I've been doing to change a little. But I'm still researching. Because.
But how many research do you want? Because you see, they will try to don't look at my video. I don't understand Arabic, but they themselves they don't speak Arabic. They don't understand Arabic. Many of them.
That is the first thing that they said to me. I don't know how you manage to know. That's the first thing that they said to me.
I know because I'm dealing with the people. If you give them an Arabic to read, they can read it to you. They say, if you say explain it to them, they will check the English translation. They will look at the English. Okay, in the English is saying this. So me, I cannot read Arabic. I read the English. They can read the Arabic, and then they can't read the English. And you see, in my work, I have one guy there, okay, who is a Muslim, and then he also reads in Arabic. I said, do you understand Arabic? He says he can read it, but he don't understand. So when he reads the Arabic, he reads it and then reads it in his mother tongue. He said he's from Turkey. So he reads the Arabic, which he don't understand, and then he needs the in the Turkey language so that he will understand. And I said, so what is the difference between you and me? Because I don't read the Arabic, so I don't even bother to read it. I just read the English translation. And you also read the Arabic, but you don't understand. And you need your mother tongue language to understand. So you are just the same like me. You see,
something like that.
So it is clear, okay? Quran never ordered you to go and learn the language of somebody before you can understand the word of God. Quran never ordered you. They are trying to force us or make us all Arabs. You see, when you become a Muslim, listen carefully. A religion, God created as Quran chapter 30, verse number, let me put it on the screen so that you will see. Quran chapter 30, verse number 22, okay? It says something. Surah to Rum, verse number 22. Listen to what it says. The signs of Allah. Allah gave us signs, okay, to show that he is a God. And of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the diversity of your languages. The diversity of our language, that is a sign from Allah. And Allah give us, and your colors, the colors to their sign from Allah. And we all have our cultures and our traditions that we all practice. The food that we eat, we have our cultures and our practices. But when they are trying to make us so, when you become a Muslim, they want you to throw your culture and your things away and follow and do like imitate Muhammad. But Muhammad was an Arab. An Arab person has his culture, his food, his dressing, and you as a Ghanaian, you have your culture, your food, and your dressing. And religion came, let's say religion comes to abolish the bad things in culture. So the Arabic culture, maybe let the Muslims will say they used to kill children, they used to kill women. The religion comes and then it will abolish that bad thing, the evil part of it, it will abolish it. The religion, maybe the Muslims, they used to drink alcohol, let's say like that in the Arabian Peninsula. So the Quran will come and abolish the bad portion. It doesn't abolish your culture altogether, but it will abolish the bad portions of it, but you will still have something which will identify you to make you an Arab. So when the Quran comes to Ghana, it will not abolish your whole culture away. It will preserve something for you so that people will know this guy is from Ghana. This guy is a Ghanaian. The food that he eats, the dress that he dressed, but he's still worshiping God because the God gave you this diversity. But when you become a Muslim, now they will try to change your name. Did they talk about the name? Have they talked about changing name before? Since then?
Oh no. But when I told some of them that I'm now a Muslim, he asked me what is my Muslim name. That was the only question that is. I said, no, I've never adopted any Muslim name.
You see now, and that is what we call Arabization. So if you become a Muslim, they are trying to clean your identity.
We call what? It's called what?
It's called Arabization because when you become a Muslim, they are trying to make you something that represents an Arab. Okay. They are trying.
They just asked that. They didn't tell me to that. Definitely have to.
I know.
Take Arabic name myself,
but I told you before, they will not force you. They will not say you have to. But you see, they will keep on asking you. They will keep on asking you, and then eventually, because you are a newcomer now, they are friendly. They are good to you. But eventually, there will come a point. They will demand that from you. Okay. Now you are like 2 years in. You have to show something from the outside has to represent you that you are a Muslim. You see that? So something from the outside, so that people will look at you from far ahead, that will identify you to be a Muslim. And at least when you start to speak, something that will identify you to be a Muslim. Just wait, they will demand that from you in 2 years' time. Because that time you are in already, and you will even go for it for yourself. Okay. So my point here is the languages that we have, it is also from Allah. The diversity is from Allah. So there is no need for me to go and learn someone's language to worship a God. That is not in. It's not even logical. Okay. And if they are trying to use the Arabic to deceive you, trying to say you don't speak the Arabic, you see how powerful it is. So because you don't speak Arabic, and if they come to you in English, you will know what they are trying to make. They mean. So they are trying to tell you the English translation is wrong. It can't be. We cannot depend on it. So now you are dependent on them because they speak the Arabic. So everything you don't understand, you have to come to them, and then they will give you their explanation. You see, so that is the psychological games they are playing with you because they are the only one who understand the Arabic. You don't. And when they say they speak with authority, you see, I speak the Arabic, and they will say something in Arabic, and then they will explain it to you the way they want it, the way that will make it sound good to you. But when it comes to the English, and everything will be clear for you, you can challenge them in the English because maybe you can read too. And then so they will say, no, the English, you can't depend on it. They can make mistakes. But they too, they are translating it. Can they make mistakes? So you have to be careful. As I am saying, it could be you just want a company, their company. You just want the community, so that maybe you need in case of help, they will be with you and they will help you. That is like joining a club, association. You are just joining an association. But to me, it has nothing to do with worshiping God, because the God, you can worship a God in your you see, the God is a spirit, so we worship him in spirit. That's what they say. So how come all of a sudden you have to go and learn one's language and worship God? And then how come the Muhammad is bringing another message than the other prophet?
Yeah, and I asked a question the last time that we consider Muhammad to be the best of mankind, and as a Muslim, you have to like in everything that you do, you have to take Muhammad as first. But they showed me that it's not true. Our mothers, because they asked Prophet Muhammad and he said, our mother. It's not Prophet Muhammad himself. Now, who do you care more? Who do you love more? It's supposed to be your mother.
It's a lie.
But last time you said...
It's a lie. As a Muslim, you cannot love your mother than you cannot love your mother than the prophet.
They give you an hadith. Hadith said it's your mother.
No, you see, that is what they are lying to you. The Muslim, you see, there was one guy who is a Muslim who even came live one day and made a video saying he loved his mother more than the prophet. The second day, they forced him to come and change his mouth. As a Muslim, you cannot even love yourself more than the prophet. You cannot love your mother more than the prophet. The prophet is after Allah, the prophet comes before your mother. The Muslims are only, why are they lying? You see, you should love your mother, yes.
But they gave it up to, I think I read the hadith somewhere.
So how, you see, so there is, you as a man, yes, you should love your mother. You should love your mother, but you cannot love your mother more than the prophet.
But they gave a hadith asking Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that who should you love first? And Muhammad said, your mother. He didn't say me.
So how come this hadith, this hadith, how come this one is accepted, but the other hadith is not accepted? The Nation blogger, yes, that guy, the Nation blogger, thank you, Bora Bora. There is a guy who is a Muslim, a Nation blogger in UK. He came out to say the statement. Yes, he has a mother. He loves his mother. Okay, his mother comes first before the prophet. They forced him. The guy came back the next day to totally go against. No, if my mother is dying and the prophet is dying, I will save the prophet. You see?
But the prophet didn't say that. So maybe they are just forcing it on him if it's true. But the prophet didn't say that.
Yeah, there is a fatwa. You see, I don't want to say something, I can't prove it right now. But there is some things in the Quran, or there are some things in the Hadith, or in the Tafsir, which indicates that there is that Muhammad has like 16 privileges, and one of them is like that.
Sahih Muslim, Book 32, number 6180. If you can check it out.
Okay, let me check. Sahih Muslim,
Book 32, 6180.
61 what?
80.
Okay. Yeah, but as I'm saying, okay. I'm trying to put it on the screen. Let's see if this. I don't know if this is the hadith. He said Sahih Muslim, book 32, 6180. Abu Huraira reported that a person came to Allah's messenger, okay, may peace be upon him, and said, who among the people is most deserving of a fine treatment from my hand? Okay, so he said, who among the people is most my hand? He said, your mother. He said again, then who is next? And he said, again, it's your mother. So the guy is asking, yeah, I don't know what to say, but I know definitely, I have spoken with Muslims who clearly, I even spoke, there was one time I was chatting with a Muslim who is thinking like you. He said it out loud. He said to him, his mother is the best person. This other Muslim called Dragani, fragrance comment, are you sick in your brain? The prophet comes first. They can show you this hadith when it suits them. When they want an agenda, they can show you this hadith. But when it comes to another one, they will, you just accept it. The hadith is saying it, okay? But for me, that this hadith is, someone is asking Muhammad, who should he treat first, okay, at the time of Muhammad. But you'll find definitely another hadith. When you say Muhammad comes first, you kill yourself for Muhammad. I will also find that hadith, okay? I'll also find that hadith, and I will show it to you.
Okay.
I will also find that hadith, and I will show it to you, okay? Don't worry, I will find that hadith. But maybe not now. But for me, the wise up. If you want to join a religion, the religion has to be clear to you. Everything has to be clear. You understand it. You can read it for yourself. Now you don't have to depend on somebody. You see, at least you read it, and then you don't understand it. You go to him. Okay, how do you explain this to me? And he's not going to give you his explanation, but from the book. But now you depend on him. I show it to you. You go to him, and he said, "I speak Arabic." And he will read it in Arabic, and he will explain it to you how he wants it, and you accept it. But the one you are seeing with your own eyes, you don't like it. That is the logic here. Okay, that is the logic here. But think about it.
Oh, right. So now I want to ask another question, if that's okay with you.
Okay, ask. I'm waiting.
Yeah, you said Muhammad used to have slaves.
Yes.
But they give me a hadith which Muhammad was freeing slaves. So I was finding, but the ones that you gave it to me, it definitely in a context it shows that Muhammad has a slave, because if you are paying black slaves with another slave, definitely you have a slave. That's why you are paying for it.
Yes.
So also they gave me a different hadith which Muhammad was freeing slaves. They said it to me that he did that because he know that those black slaves, they are strong. But the other one, he was converting it to Muslim, and they don't want him to die because he's very sick. That's why Muhammad freed him.
Say it one more time, Akwe. Say it one more time, please, for us. What is the excuse, please?
Oh, they were saying to me that because you see the black slaves, they were strong. Then those slaves that he exchanged with one, they were strong. And he being the prophet, they can survive. That's why he saved the other one. The other one that he saved, he converted to Muslim.
Okay, so
that's what they said.
So according to do you hear when Muhammad was selling slaves, he said the black slaves, they are strong. So what do you mean they will survive? They will survive from what?
Yeah, being a slave, definitely they will treat you bad.
They will what?
They will treat you bad.
Muhammad the prophet didn't free the slave. He knows that the black slave, they are strong, so they will survive. So they should be slaves. And then the white one who is not strong, he wants to free that one because he's not strong. Is that what you are saying?
They didn't specifically say that the other one is white, but they make sure that they let me know that the other ones were black. So definitely he can also be a black guy, but
no, he cannot be a black guy, because if he is black, they say the black slave. If the slave is black, they will mention the black slave. You can watch, there were tons of hadith. Every time the slave is a black person, they put the black color there. Okay, if there is no skin color, then they will know there is not black, because every time there is a black slave, there is black. Listeners, let me show you the hadith that he went and asked the sheikhs, and they are saying because they know the other one is weak and the black ones are strong. Where did they get this interpretation from? Hello?
Yeah.
Where did they get this interpretation from? Where did they get it from?
Oh, we were talking about so many things, so I didn't get a chance to ask about the.
That is why I told you to record it. If you had recorded it, then we could listen to what they were saying. I told you, listen carefully, okay?
I was talking to one that maybe he can, engage with you and talk to you. And he said you harden your heart and you will not. If a lot of Muslims have discussed with you, and you don't want to listen.
That is what you see. That is the way they will say, I don't want to listen, but if he comes, and then he will have his concrete evidence, and you also will see it, but he will not come. A slave came and gave his.
I'll try. Maybe if you can link me some of your debates with them, that will help me. But I'll try and watch. It's on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, everything is on my YouTube channel. Okay, I've had a debate with Hafiz Buhari many times. With some people call me, and I have debates with them. It is on a platform. Go and listen for yourself. You'll be even more amazed about me. A slave came and gave his pledge to the prophet. It doesn't say the color of the slave. You see, a slave came. It doesn't mention the color. Okay, pledging to immigrate. The slave wants to immigrate with Muhammad, and the prophet did not realize. The prophet did not realize that he was a slave. Then his master came looking for him. Okay, so the master of the slave came looking for him. Muhammad has accepted him. He wants to become a Muslim, follow Muhammad. And then Muhammad accepted him without knowing he was a slave. And the prophet said, sell him to me. So the master came and the master would say, this is my slave. I want him back. And the prophet of God didn't tell that guy, yo, slavery is a bad thing. It is an abomination. I am a prophet of God. And I came to abolish slavery. Muhammad didn't do that. Muhammad says, sell him to me. So you hear what Muhammad is saying? Sell him to me. And Muhammad did barter trading. Do you remember? Do you know what barter trading is? Muhammad is buying that slave by exchange. So Muhammad he bought him in exchange for 2 black slaves. So do you see they have added black? So Muhammad is buying these 2 black slaves. He's selling 2 black slaves in order to get that 1 slave. So we know that other slave is not black, but the one Muhammad is giving, they are black. You see the skin color, they are showing that they were black slaves. So you are now trying to go and follow a slave master who used to sell black slaves. Think about it. This is their own book. And the reason why these hadiths, they exist, the Muslims themselves, they printed this hadith, they brought this hadith because they never knew, because they thought Islam will always prevail, okay, and they will always have the majority. So they were not ashamed of it. It was something normal for them. And now the tables has changed. The tables has turned. So when you see this thing, they will say it is not authentic. But that is the lifestyle. At that time, it was authentic, and that was his behavior. He sold the 2 black slaves. Then after that, he did not accept the pledge from anyone until he has asked whether he was a slave. So you see now, Muhammad has learned his lesson. Before he accepts anybody, he will ask you, are you a slave? If you say no, then he will accept you. If you say yes, then he will know what to do before he will accept you. And then maybe the hadith that they show you, Akwes, it was maybe Bilal. Okay, you see, Bilal was a black man who was a slave, and then he accepted Islam. He was speaking about Islam. He accepted Islam, but he was a slave. So Muhammad saw him, and then Muhammad freed him from his slave master so that Bilal will come to him. So Bilal was one of the people who was like following Muhammad, but he was a slave. Because he became a Muslim, Muhammad took him, and then he was doing the adhan for Muhammad at his time. He was even working for Muhammad. He was not like a free person who can go around anything. Every time you read a hadith, Muhammad will command him, go and do this, go and do this. That he was a slave still under Muhammad. To my opinion, he was a slave because he was working for Muhammad. Okay, so the hadith is clear. There are another. You see, when they wanted to do the adhan, they were looking for a way how to call the Muslims to come and do what? To come and do prayers. So they were discussing, how do we do that? And they were giving ideas. And one of them, Umar, said, okay, let's shout, or let's do it like this. And Muhammad said, okay, this is a good choice. Bilal, go and do it. You see? So Bilal was always commanded to go and do it. Go and do it, because he has no choice. Muhammad bought him, so he's under Muhammad. Okay, so I don't know.
But okay, if you even consider this one, how you explain it to be true, they also showed me hadith we showed that Muhammad was freeing slaves. Like if you're a slave and you think you can buy yourself out of it, you go scot free. Muhammad brought that law.
So how come he is selling? Even the Quran is for slaves. The Quran says what
is for slaves.
Yeah, or Quran. Even Quran says your right hand possesses captives. If you go and captives, war booty, they are all slaves. It is your own property. You can own them. It is in the Quran to Quran chapter 4 verse 20. Quran chapter 4 verse 24.
Wow. Yeah, I've read that before. I've read that.
Yeah, so it's not like it's something new. It is there. You can go war and you capture this war booty and it is yours.
So, so all the good things that they say about Muhammad in the Quran, in the Hadith, you are saying contrary to all of those stuff.
All the what? The what?
All the good things that they said to me. They show me some verses, Hadith, where that Muhammad was doing good, he was doing this, after people.
Yeah, give me an example. I'm not saying you are Aquiz. Are you saying Muhammad as a man? He did nothing. He will never do anything good. That is impossible. Of course, Muhammad will do good things too, but we don't only look at the good things. The prophet of God and Muhammad is a man. Of course, he will do good things too, but there are the things that as a prophet, there are things you should not do. And that's why we have to watch. We have to say, okay, is he really a prophet of God? Because just if you want to look at the good things you will find Hitler doing good things too. You will find if you're the most criminal people, they will sometimes go and do zakah. They go and donate to some people, charity. They do charity, but maybe they're the most criminal people. So somebody doing good things doesn't cover the bad things that he did. And we can show you a lot of bad things that Muhammad did. He expelled the Jews from their country.
He did what?
He expelled. He said, I'm going to. Muhammad said, this earth belongs to him and Allah. Do you believe that?
That's how you said it.
Yes, so you see.
Said it, I read it.
You read it, okay? I'm trying to look for a hadith and show it to you. When the Muslim arrived to Medina, okay, let me show you this hadith to you, okay? It's about Sahih Muslim, Sahih Buhari. Listen carefully, okay? So I will pick another caller. Some people are trying to call. And then and make your mind clear. A religion who is going to change your language, who you can worship a God in a language you don't even understand, and then everything you want to know, you have to go and depend on somebody. It's not a religion. That is somebody. It is like an organization. They are trying to brainwash you. But it is your choice. You can decide for yourself, okay? Listen carefully. This Sahih Buhari. When the Muslims arrived at Medina, they used to assemble for the prayer and used to guess at the time for it. So the Muslims were guessing. So where was Allah? Why were they guessing the time they should pray? Didn't Allah? It's not who is teaching the Muslims that whose religion is it? Is it Allah's religion or is it a guess? They are guessing. They don't know what time to pray. So is it Allah who brought the religion? Is it from God? Think about it, okay? And they used to guess the time for it. During those days, the practice of Adhan for the prayers had not been introduced yet. So the Adhan has not been introduced. Who introduced the Adhan? Is it a thing from Allah? Did Allah say you should do the Adhan? Okay, according to
but Muhammad went to heaven and bring the prayer, the 5 times prayer. Or is that one that you're talking about?
No, this one is about the Adhan, okay? Listen, it has not been introduced yet, okay? Once they discussed this problem regarding to the call for prayer, so they were discussing, that is a human interaction, nothing about divine God. Nothing. They were discussing. Some people, now listen, some people suggested the use of a bell. So some people were saying, oh, let's use the bell to call for prayers. Okay, like the Christians. So they were trying to copy the Christians. And other proposed a trumpet, like the horn used by the Jews. So somebody said, let's use the bell like the Christian. Someone said, let's use the trumpet like the Jews. But Umar was the first to suggest that a man should call the people for prayers. So this Adhan has nothing to do with Allah. It was a man, Umar, who brought this introduction. Let's use a human being to go and shout and scream to call people. The one who proposed this suggestion, Umar, why didn't he do that? Umar.
So the calling of the Muslims when we are going for prayers is suggested by a woman.
It was suggested. It is on the screen. You can watch it for yourself. Umar was the first to suggest that a man should call the people for prayer. So Allah's messenger ordered Bilal. You see, who did he order? Bilal, the black one, the black guy who was a slave before. Allah's messenger ordered him. If Muhammad ordered him, do you think he can say no? Of course. So the one who even proposed it, Umar, Muhammad didn't say, Umar, go and do it because it is your suggestion. Abu Bakr, go and do it. It is a suggestion. Okay. One of the Arab, he didn't order them. He ordered the black one. Go and stand on the rooftop and scream your shout. Okay. And he used Bilal. And Bilal, he took it, Bilal, to get up and pronounce the adhan for prayers. So the time for when they got to Medina, okay, they know how to pray, but they don't know when to pray. Where was Allah? I thought everything when it wants to happen, Allah will bring the revelation. Think about it, okay? Aquis, I'm giving you references, and I will find the other reference where it says, as a Muslim, your life is not above the prophet's life. Okay? The prophet's life is more important than your life. And I will find that reference and I will show it to you.
Really?
Yes. I will find a reference and I will show it to you that the prophet's life comes before you. And this is something the Muslims...
They didn't talk about life. They said you have to respect the prophet. That one is understand a prophet, to respect the prophet. To respect me, Allah, the prophet are not in there. So I have never heard our life is more important. Muhammad's life is more important than this. That one I have.
Of course, Muhammad's life is more important, more important than yours. And then you have to even accept this before you accept. It is something, but I will find it. I will find it for you. Okay, I will find it, and then maybe I will show it to you. I'm trying to search for it right now. I'm trying to search for it, but it's taking me time. But I want to pick another caller. Okay, some people are calling, and my time is almost done. So I want to pick another call so that people will contribute to. Okay.
Okay. I'll still do some researches and I'll call you again.
Okay.
And thanks again. You are really opening my eyes.
Yeah, my guy. So if you want to worship God, you don't follow people. You just don't try to analyze. It will be coming from your heart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you too. Okay. T4. Wait. Somebody was calling me. Okay, I'm trying to call him back so that we will have a discussion. The brother who called me yesterday, I'm trying to call him back. Okay, but till then, let's see what he will say. Okay, I think he's also busy. I called him right now. He just hung up the phone. So maybe he's also praying or something. Okay, now it's going through. Let's see. Okay. We are waiting. Call, okay? Let me end the phone call for the meantime, okay? And if you want to become a Muslim, that is your own decision, of course. Okay, that is your own decision. I'm not going to decide anything for you. And then you have your own choice to make. But a religion where you are going to depend because of the language, okay? And I've given you clear proof. You can never prove to Seto that Allah is telling you as a Ghanaian, as a Nigerian, Sierra Leone, wherever, Canada, to go and learn someone's language. Yes, learning a language from another language is not a bad thing. You see, I'm here to I have to learn German to survive because I'm here. They are speaking German, and if you learn German, it is good for yourself so that you can communicate with the people, interact with people. That is not a bad thing to learn a language. I'm not saying learning a language is a bad thing, but to worship a God, you don't have to learn someone's language to worship a God. That means you are worshiping the God of this language. It doesn't even. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. Who is speaking? Where are you speaking from?
Yeah, I am Awal. I was actually watching the video, online.
Okay.
YouTube.
And then what happened?
No, I just some kind of contribution or something.
You say, are you called Awan?
Yeah, what?
Awal. Okay, Awal. Okay. Are you a Muslim?
Not really.
50-50 Muslim?
Yeah, sometimes we have close set kind of people. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, Awal, contribution. Okay, but be fast. My time is approaching, so I want to let people call.
I think about the black slave thing. I actually, it was one of my biggest issues about slavery. But one other thing I don't know if you have observed in the Quran, it's like anytime the language, first of all, the language is like third person is speaking. So if God is speaking directly to mankind, it would have been in a first person language. Yeah, in some places, you will see this thing of like first person is talking. But in a place where it's like when he says, may Allah curse them, may Allah do this, that's someone is talking. But another thing is, do you observe anytime he says Allah and his messenger?
It's true.
Obey Allah and his messenger. So there's a problem here. Because if you have to obey Allah, it means indirectly you have obeyed his messenger. So why will you have to put two statements together? Does it mean that the messenger will have something contradictory to what Allah is going to give you? I don't know if you have made that observation, but I'm sure if you look through, you will see those things.
Yeah, I know that, okay. But they give the explanation as, yes, it's saying obey Allah and obey the messenger, and obey the messenger, obey Allah. There is even one verse in the Quran which even brings the name of Muhammad first. You obey the messenger, you are obeying Allah. But the Quran chapter 4, verse number 80, that is what the verse says, okay. But they will say, yes, because if you are obeying Muhammad, it's just like you are obeying Allah. The message that Muhammad is bringing is not for Muhammad. So by obeying Muhammad, the message, okay, it's about the message. Okay. You are obeying Allah. But that's exactly my point too, okay. Everybody knows Muhammad is not, the message doesn't belong to Muhammad. So if you want to say obey Allah, because I am just a messenger, you just obey Allah because the message is not for me. But Muhammad has attached himself. To me, he has attached himself. And it even goes in the hadith. Listen carefully. There is a hadith where Muhammad is claiming this earth that we live on, it belongs to him and Allah. You see, so the Quran is saying obey Allah and obey the messenger. And Muhammad is also saying the earth belongs to him and Allah. And the hadith is on the screen right now. Let me read it for you. That is, the hadith is authentic. Sahih Bukhari 3167. Okay. While we were in the mosque, the prophet came out and said, let us go to the Jews. We went out till we reached Beit Midras. Okay, so they reached a certain location where the Jews are.
Yeah.
He said to them, that means Muhammad said to them, if you embrace Islam, you will be saved. So that is how Muhammad preached Islam to the people. Embrace Islam and you will be saved. You should know that the earth belongs to Allah and his apostle. So the warning that Muhammad is giving to these Jews who were at their location, and he came to them telling them they should know that the earth belongs to Allah and the apostle and his apostle. And I want to expel you from the land. So Muhammad is trying to expel the Jews from the Arabian Peninsula. You see, before Muhammad came, they were living there. And now he has getting power. He wants to expel them. So if any among you own some property, he is permitted to sell it. Imagine that Israel is doing this to Palestinians. What would the Muslims do today? Otherwise, you should know that the earth belongs to Allah and the apostle and his apostle. So you see how Muhammad is sharing power with Allah according to the Quran, the Hadith. That is
so I also want to find out, have you observed also about this Ramadan thing?
Okay. What about?
I started thinking about it when I went to Europe, because like You see, there are some places in Australia. Let me use Australia. You see, in the North Pole, the sun doesn't set.
Of course.
So the problem of fasting is more problematic in polar regions of the earth. Because like you are supposed to wake up maybe like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. to eat and fast. Then in the evening when the sun sets, then you break your fast. So there are some places that the sun doesn't even set, especially in summer. See, so I started thinking around it, the whole thing. Now, it was in Ramadan the Quran was revealed. Right. And it means that it's supposed to be a specific time, like period or a month that this happens. But every year, the month of Ramadan changes. I don't know if you have observed it.
It's true.
So this year, I think it's in April. Next year, probably it's in February or March. So my confusion, I'm still thinking through the whole thing. My confusion now is, which month is a specific holy month of fasting? Where the month that the Quran was revealed. I know that the lunar calendar is problematic because the lunar calendar, a year is 355 days.
Okay.
And the solar calendar, the one the academia use, is 365. So that kind of problem is already there. But I still don't know why every year the month of Ramadan keeps changing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's maybe something you can look into. Maybe in your next videos, I will find some information around it.
Yeah, we can do that, okay? But this Ramadan thing is even another clear proof why Islam is not for mankind, or Allah, it cannot be from God. You see, if a God is trying to set something which is a universal religion, he will not use the climate because we don't have the same climate everywhere.
Yes.
The one,
yes.
so he is using the sunset.
And he would have, yeah, it's true. And he would have known that. He would have known that some places the sun doesn't even set or rise.
Okay, so why would a God who is all-knowing use this one, because the religion is not for mankind. Now the people have to improvise. They have to correct God now. This is even a clear sign, because the one who brought the Quran, he taught the universe, if we have a flat earth and the sun shines the same place at every time, the same thing. That is why even there is a hadith saying Allah descend at the third part of the night. And then
it's true.
Come and pray, because he thinks every place, when it's dark in Saudi Arabia, it is dark everywhere. It is night everywhere, you see, but it's not like that. So this is the clear indication. Even the Ramadan, the time that Allah is using, the sunset, there are places the sun doesn't set. And if there are Muslims there, how do they do? Now they have to improvise. They have to correct Allah. They have to use their own, this man-made, now, then it's no more from Allah. It is a man-made, because they have to set a certain time for themselves.
Even in the Quran says, Rabbil Mashriqaini wa Maghribu, like meaning the Lord of the sunrise and the sunset.
Oh.
You know, it was one problem I used to think about, because sunrise and sunset is just illusion from our own view on earth, because the sun does not rise, it doesn't set. So it's a geocentric language. That means the earth is a flat earth and the sun is moving around it. So sometimes you see that language in the Quran. I kept asking myself about it. So and it ended up making sense that, I don't know if you have seen a verse about Zulkarnain.
Yes,
seeing
the
sun, sun entering into a spring of muddy water.
Yes.
See, so if you go and stand in the sea and see when the sun is setting, it looks like some resin that is entering into water. You see, so that kind of observation is a geocentric observation. So it makes more sense when I started looking at it from the geocentric point. So I see all these things, then I started feeling like this thing doesn't sound like the language.
You see, the one reporting about Zulkarnain, Alexander the Great, it wasn't it is Allah who is telling us the story. So Allah, he didn't say it will appear to him as if Allah is telling us the story, and then he is saying the sun sets in the in the spring water or something like this. You see?
No, actually, it's not appear to him as it's a translation problem. That's the truth.
Yeah, I'm saying Allah did not say it appeared to him. Allah is also saying he saw the sun set in the murky water. So Allah is confirming
the same word.
Yes.
The word used is he found. Like we can say he found it. Yeah, he found it entering into a pool of water. Mm-hmm. Now, if you observe the same, the next verses, you see that he went to another place and he found a people. The same word is used there.
Gagung Maguk or something like this.
Aha. So he found a people. The same word is used there. So if this one means that he found it and it will be like it appeared to Zulkarnain, then the people that he found, did it also appear to him like he found people? So that one cannot even hold water. So I started realizing that one was a way people just try to interpret it to make it plausible, but it really doesn't make sense. And another thing is, if God really knows that the sun does not set in a muddy spring, he will make it very clear so that the people will know that what Zulkarnain observed was wrong.
Of course, yes.
But you know, there's even a hadith confirming the same statement that the prophet
Muhammad, Allah and his apostle knows best, and then he also said it. They asked, "Do you know where the sun sets?" Yeah. And then he was like, "Yes, Allah and his apostle knows best." And Muhammad even said it the same thing. It speaks in the I know this one.
Yes. So it's I don't know.
Do you really believe the Quran is from an Almighty God, all-knowing God?
It's really very complicated to think that way, because I find it very, and that's the reason. Once you have any doubt in any word of the Quran, it means that you are already out of Islam. You see, actually, Sato, me, I have a lot of doubts. See,
but you cannot come out and say it out, or what is the problem?
Yeah, I'm just in the closet for the meantime.
And a lot of people are like you. That is very bad.
The thing is, like, you see, the society that we are living in, where maybe you are surrounded, see, and I've seen in this ex-Muslim Reddit, where a lot of people, the moment they tell their parents about leaving the faith, either they are killed with this honor killing, or they have to escape. If not, they are disowned. You see, so in fact, the religion has entered into the fabrics of the people to an extent that it's very, very difficult to say something against it. See, and I would say I've never seen any dangerous religion like Islam, to be frank. See, because it really enters the fabric of the people. You can be disowned by your parents or even be killed by them. You see, you can be loved by people. The moment you tell them you don't believe in what they believe, the love just disappears there.
But is that really than love? Do we consider that to be love? Imagine the woman, she's only with you because you have these nice cars and houses. As soon as this disappears, she doesn't love you anymore. Did she really love you?
It is not. It's not love. So I feel like, among even the names, of course, Allah is called Wahab. Wahab means loving, but we don't really see it. See, and that was one of the names. I think Al-Warif also. It means the inheritor.
Oh, inheritance.
Yeah. It was one of the names I was always baffling with.
But I was about to, I will make a program about this because I saw it. How can you inherit something that you own?
Yeah, you are the owner. What do you inherit again?
You see, I'm glad that you know a little bit about Islam. You can even say the Arabic names. So Muhammad, Allah, one of his 99 names is the Al-Warif and the inheritor, right?
Yeah.
And then how can you own? Look at this verse too, because this verse is also saying Allah has purchased the life of the believers. He has purchased. You see, how can you purchase something that you own? From who did you purchase?
That's another.
Quran chapter 9, verse 111. Indeed, Allah has purchased from the believers their lives. From where did He purchase this one? Where?
I think, it's actually that verse, the chapter 9 of the Quran. That's the Tawbah, right?
Yes, Surah Tawbah.
Yeah, it is the chapter that doesn't have Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in fact, it's the most violent chapter in the Quran. And I think that it makes more sense that you see what it says is to purchase life of people. It means they have to blow themselves up. So this is to the reference of jihad. Are you getting it?
Yes. I know. I did a program about it.
Now, if you check the verse 5 of that chapter 9.
Okay. But you see, let me make the point clear for people. Maybe they will understand this one. A while, my time is almost up. Okay. Allah is saying He purchased to buy. To purchase something means you buy something which you don't own. You can buy. So if Allah is the Almighty God and He owns everything, why is He purchasing? From who is He purchasing this? Where is the payment? Who owns these lives? If you are the owner, you don't purchase. Our life. If you are the owner, you don't inherit. We inherit something which doesn't belong to you. So the 99 names of Allah is even a problem. Okay, God doesn't have. Okay, let me show number 5. Okay, a while, then we have to end the conversation.
Okay. The 5, have you seen it?
Yes, and when the sacred month has passed, then kill the polytheists wherever you find them, and capture them and besiege them, and sit in wait for them at every place of ambush. Okay, but if they should repent, establish prayer, and give zakat, let them go on their way. Indeed, Allah is forgiving and merciful. That is what it says.
Yeah. Yes, that verse, if you don't know, you see, there are a lot of beautiful verses in the Quran. And those verses in the Quran, they are very peaceful and loving, telling you to love those that do not believe in Islam. You understand? And this very verse nullifies, has abrogated about 123 verses in the Quran. So any verse you see in the Quran talking about showing love to those of them that do not believe, this verse has abrogated it.
Because this one came last, right?
Yes. So it's, you know, the verses of abrogation. Yes. So once certain verses are there, they are just there, but you cannot apply them legally. So in that state, and it was one of the bigger issues that I kept thinking, because the Quran says that anytime we send a verse or cause it to be forgotten, we replace it with one that is better. You see, or similar to it. So how would, and you know, it says that there is a preserved tablet in heaven. So why would God be replacing verses again? Is it the one replaced? Are they replaced already in the preserved tablet in heaven?
Think this is critical thinking. Think about it.
Yeah. So these are some of the things that made me to start thinking around the whole faith, you know.
Okay, Awal, my time is up. Okay, thanks for this contribution.
All right,
People should also judge for themselves. Somebody is speaking from experience. Okay, he knows where he's coming from. But you see, even though if he was a Christian and he didn't believe in Christianity, he could have just said it. He wouldn't say, I don't believe it. I don't believe in Jesus. Jesus don't exist, and he will be free walking around. But you see, this religion, how dangerous is it? Okay, Seto SSK. Awal, thank you. Okay, let me end the conversation.
All right. Okay. Bye.
Okay, Seto SSK. Let me end the conversation. Let me come on the screen for people to see. Okay. We are here analyzing Islam. We are not here insulting Muslims or attacking anybody. The Muslims themselves do the same thing with Christianity, with pagan worshippers, with Ghana culture. They will insult, they will attack you. We have Muslims saying worse things. Okay, I will play some of the video for you. Enough. We have videos, baby. How Muslims speaks about non-Muslims. No, it is uncomfortable even sometimes to watch, but they say it. Okay, so when you come here now, we are questioning, we are also analyzing certain things now. Don't take it as I'm attacking you. If you have evidence, if you have something contrary to what we are saying, if you can come and educate us now, you bring it. Okay, and if you want to become a Muslim now, it is you see, sometimes, some people will, somebody, let's say a woman, a girl, she knows that this man that she likes, okay, the man is a criminal. Everybody knows already because the man is doing nothing else. Every time you see him in flashy cars, he has a mansion, but he's doing no work. He's living gangster life. But this girl, he sees this woman, this man, and this is what she likes. She likes that man. Everybody is trying to tell her the man is dangerous. Don't go near, don't go. But she likes the man, so she will go, even though she knows herself that the man is criminal, but she will still go. So sometimes you cannot force, you cannot do anything. Sometimes you have to leave people to go where they want to go. Okay, but sometimes some people they don't know, so you have to let them know, give them some information before they make the decision. And then if they choose that decision for themselves, they'll go and test it for themselves, and they will see maybe it will help them, maybe not, but maybe it will be too late for them. Okay, so when we come here, we are trying to present some information, bring certain things out, what you may or may not know, and for you to make your own decision. That is what the Muslims are doing too. They want to show you something in Christianity that you didn't know, so that you will make your decision. But when we are doing the same thing, we are called the enemy of Islam. But when the Muslims are doing the same thing, they are not called. They are being applauded. But these two religions, you just think for yourself. Okay, listen to how Muslims speak about Christians. Listen.
Jimia, how can you worship three gods? You know, all Christians, right? Sameka, about 90% of them worship three.
Oh, the video is gone. The video is gone. But we will find that video, okay? Because I thought it will work. Let me play another video for you, okay? Let me play this. I have a lot of videos here. I'm trying to find one for you to listen to, okay? Seto SSK. Let's end the conversation because my time is up, okay? Let's listen to this brother.
It is Sisiano, okay? Oma claim so me CSF for Makakoya arm robbery in Sisiano. Say, Ombedi Tajuma Bonnie we say CCA, but I crave Mama Bewua, or bet you or Mama Baby Papa Fwa. Who problem is CCA, I bet now condemn woman.
We don't know who says I'm Uncle Obi from a Dinasona. Okay, shake off his okay, Obisu online so. Obisu online so. After the program, no Koya challenge, no 500 euro. It's tons.
Yeah. 3 months uncle for say on by arm robbery. No matter for pasa ye or Ghana CCA na. Na condemn uncle for na ala what decree ama na condemn ala.
Because ya nyankopon di kan throughout was omo life munu ombeba be dani arm robbers. Yeah, hello.
Condemn na condemn ala.
Wa bon mami you free na me explain ade no. For Sheikh Hafiz, you are trying to call, but me pick your MC network, and I don't know if you side or many side.
Jesus is Lord. Ghana, what people you must convert or so a Christian. Me do not say what a somebody on Franca yet. And throw some way was a good actually. What do you mean? Don't make catch now.
Obi abadwem be ne no yemoni e me kam fatim no amafan no abadwem mafo yen kremofon ko a obi nye kremo no onye abadwem mani e sa na tie maka. I don't fear. I am saying this without fear and panic. Obi ye kremo no abadwem bani abadwem mafo ko yen kremofo Islam kremofo ye obi bia bio e ba no sabe nkwasiafo aye wo bi e ba no sabe nkwasiafo aye wo bi nkwasiafo aye wo bi nkwasiafo aye wo bi abadwem mafo ko yen kremofo nkwasiafo aye wo bi abadwem mafo ko yen kremofo nkwasiafo aye wo bi
Mu Christian so na no concept no mu nim de mo ye mu behave with someone be frap no yes sir
enye movement we o ma fa 3 movement we o ma fa nyame miensa adi Yesu adani nyame o ware na yeye o ware na o ma nyina be kafirifo Wa mu so kra wa sala nye is obana wona ne da no obana ye difa. Telio onyare janaba. We difa.
Difa ne chere say.
Abua furu. Eh. Ero kra para de kanamala.
Obi a we dware janaba. Obi o dware janaba. Obi a o ya. Yes. Sa abua furu. Unto what sa abua furu.
Dware janaba. Allahu akbar. So ka se. Na sa o ba we wo be ye chiri aduane ama wadi. Sa wo yere. O be ye aduane ama wadi de ye chiri sa wo yere. Wani mi janaba.
Yinu se yesi tiyo.
Ha? Obi a no asai akojina asori de.
No asa.
Wasi Yesu ye nyame.
Wasi wo yere.
Ya no abeda wachi. Na wa ye chiri ya. Ana wa kanka wutiri mu. Na sa Quran kan tro wa kata kanka wutiri. So you have to be careful.
Wasi ceremony wu a ne funu no ya na che. Said you be your body be my Quran no. Wo me so le be my Sabio, one is a gene, Indiana, more modern aboa, Nippon is a free give some more call you, some more quiet deal. One is a gene, Indiana, more modern aboa, Nippon is a free give some more call you, some more quiet deal. Will be one there, near seeing in there, yeah, I don't know.
I think I'm for the way I put the limit. The good for a million came from my own personal job. Yes, because this is a Don't send for Cremuniba. Don't send for Cremuniba. No, at all. And say, one of the actor 5 times a day. Although, yes. Kill the news or no. One more than one crime about Crime yes here. One also got no answer will be no cabo. One more than one crime about Crime yes here. One also got no answer will be no cabo. One crime about Crime yes here. One also got no answer will be no cabo. But on what it don't go to. But yes, you know, Catano. Hey, my auto side at Yama. Yeah, go for it. For like to do your leg at you. If we never hang up, you say, well,
Islam can move you be biabu. Ebano Sabe, and Quasiafa you will be. Ebano Sabe, and Quasiafa you will be. And Quasiafa you will be. And Quasiafa you will be.
It's here for you all heard them, okay? They'll end the conversation here. And as you heard, the guy was saying the Christians like dogs. You see, imagine on the street, standing on the street, speaking like this. The Christians, they are like dogs. They pee like dogs. Say this in Ghana to a Muslim, and then you will see what they will do to you, and you see how they will complain. But none of them were complaining. You see how I'm trying to prove the point to you. This is not what I am doing here. I am questioning. You see, they are insulting. That is what we call insult. This video that you watch is insult. So if you don't have any problem with this video, you shouldn't have any problem with my videos, because I am not even insulting. Seto SSK. Okay, share, please, on YouTube and on Facebook. Subscribe and tag, invite people. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.